Hey everyone, John Enner here from School of Trade. Today we're going to be taking a look at a wave pattern short here on the NASDAQ. We're moving kind of quick, so we got to keep up with this thing. Short is at 44.32 and a quarter. Looking for the first target at 31 and a quarter. Quick little 4-tick target on that first little portion there. The stop is also going to be really, really small here. We're only looking at 44.34, so nice small little stop. Let's get our target in place. 31 and a quarter. We could go to 31 and a quarter. We could also look at 31. They're both really, really close. Let's see, which option do we want to go with here? We are moving pretty quick here. We might actually, because it's so small, we might actually be able to pick off the lows here. We are in that first target territory. We're going to try to pick the lows off at 44.30 and a half. Second target's going to come off at 29 and a half. Yeah, and we got that target filled. And then final target 27 and a half. So we're getting that really, really fast movement where normally we would be looking for a little bit of a bigger target, a smaller target at 31 and a quarter, but just based on the fact that this is going so quickly. Yeah, I mean, look at that. We just got all of our targets filled. Because it was going so quickly, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense really to kind of squander a move, especially if it's going to go that fast. So picking up on that little bit of excess speed, we just went to the lows instead. Now, looking at our entry here, we actually got a little bit of a split fill. We got 6 of them filled at 32 and a quarter, but we also got 2 extra ones filled at 32 and a half. So from our entry here, we'll just say 44.32 and a quarter. To the first target, we got a 1.75 instead of just a regular point, just because we picked up on that quick move in here. The second target coming off at 29 and a half. Now 29 and a half, that locked in another 2.75 points. And then the final target, because we took 2 off down there, we'll just use this last one here. Doesn't really make a huge difference. That came off at 27 and a half. 27 and a half right there. And that was 5 more points. Now, if you're unfamiliar with the way that the NASDAQ ticks, it ticks in quarters, much like the S&P 500. But every tick in the NASDAQ is only $5, so it's a lot cheaper. That's why we went in with 8 contracts, because it doesn't really require that big of an account to trade a decent size on the NASDAQ, especially at only $5 a tick. Now, from our entry price, our stop in this case was only a 1.75, so it wasn't even a 2-point stop, and we pulled out a really, really big move. Now, the way that this all worked out, because we got a little bit of a split fill, it's going to be a little bit more complicated, but 1.75, that first target, we took not only 2 off, but we went in double size, so we actually took 4 off there, so that's 7 points by itself. Then looking at another 2 off at 2.75 points, and then looking at another one off at 5 points, and we took 2 off there, so that's 10 more points, so 22 and a half points total. That's 90 ticks overall, and that gives us at $5 a tick, $450. So obviously a little bit kind of weird because of the $5 a tick and because it's quarter increments and all that fun stuff. Makes it a little bit tough. Overall, $450, 90 ticks on the trade, and a very fast move down. That's what I call a, you'd almost call it a scalp with as fast as that went, but we actually pulled out a good profit on it. 90 ticks, pretty far from a scalp. So that's going to be a beautiful move to the downside. Awesome wave pattern short. Can't ask for a whole lot more than that. Nice and fast. 3.5 minutes so far in the recording, and we're already in and out of the trade and figuring on our profits. So that's going to be the trade. 90 ticks, $450. If you have any questions about it, feel free to send an email to School of Trade. Don't forget to check out a trial at schooloftrade.com. And as always, we'll catch you next time.